Nation, we are back. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Graphic and Wasted Show. Whichever way you like to slice it. Look, we're just going to say it's a Graphic and Wasted Show. Enough of this, man.
Salute to my brother, man. Salute to everybody that is rocking with us in the chat today. The greatest chat in YouTube history. Appreciate you guys so much for being here with us. Wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, meaning get them likes up, and also hit that subscribe button on both sides. Apparently, there's an issue with Twitter. I don't know if we're live there right now. Let me double check. Oh, we are live. So it is connected.
All right, we live. We fixed Twitter and TikTok all in one day.
There's a lot going on right now. They hit me with a Twitter's not working and so on and so forth. But we're here. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. I hate the fact that Detroit lost last night because that's one fan base. I'm a Raider fan through and through.
Yes.
But I was pulling for that fan base. They deserve it. I feel like they've suffered just as much as we have.
Yeah, facts. But you know what? It speeds up the process, right?
Yeah. So in the middle of the game, after me throwing up, watching people who should be on the Raiders now go deep into the playoffs, which I don't even want to get you guys. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll see I've been ranting and raving about that for 2 days. Watching Jaden Daniels, I said to myself, I said, man, you know what, man? It's time for me to think about the Raiders. F these guys. I'm glad. Let's get the show on the road, damn it.
Real quick, man, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS, you guys. This live stream is powered by BetUS. Head over there and get 150% signing bonus on your first deposit.
Or 125%.
No. Not a or, and.
Oh, and or whatever. 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000.
Using promo code YouTube150. Fastest payouts in the industry, you guys. Salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. For all my bettors, nobody does it better than BetUS. Salute once again to our proud sponsors. There's a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the KC game. We're going to talk about the Philly game today, which was insanity. We have to start here with the Commanders and Lions game. I mean, there's so much going on in Raider Nation, and I still find it hilarious that some people even thought it was believable that Jaden Daniels would be, in the silver and black. But watching that performance yesterday, man, I have to say this real quick, you guys. If you put the right pieces in place, you can definitely turn this thing around in 1 year. The Commanders were the second worst team in the NFL last year. And guess what they did? They went and got a great GM in Adam Peters. They got a experienced head coach in Dan Quinn, former Super Bowl head coach with the Atlanta Falcons, great defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. They bring in Cliff Kingsbury. They stole him from us, because of the so-called fake third year on his deal. He and Jaden Daniels are working miracles out there with that offense. You can change things in one off season, okay? And I think Tom Brady is watching this live and live in color. We got Tom Brady now heavily involved. We're going to talk about these GMs because there's one name out there that we're going to talk about specifically today that has ties to Ben Johnson. So stay tuned for that. But all it takes is just one off season, man. Locate the quarterback, get the coaching staff in place, and boom, voila. These guys went from being the second worst team in the NFL to beating the shit out of the Detroit Lions in Detroit, and now being in the NFC Championship right now. It's insanity.
you go number one with a bullet if you draft right, if you put the proper people in place. Like last year when Washington got a new owner,
Mhm.
they start all over. They got Adam Peters,
Yeah.
and people have long said that he is a rising star in the National Football League. So at the top, you did it right.
Mhm.
Down at the coaching level, you got a former Super Bowl coach who kind of got a raw deal in Atlanta. You
Yeah.
did it right there. And then you had a chance to go and get your quarterback, and you did it. Now, this is the funny thing, right? The reason why the Jaden Daniels caveat kind of pisses me off is because Jaden Daniels doing what he's done this year is exactly the reason why when you hear myself and Graphics say that I don't want to win no meaningless games at the end of a season, that is exactly why. That's exactly why. All you holier than thou, oh, just win, baby, for no reason, and everybody's at home. People in Jokers is in Jamaica and shit right now. Guess what? Jaden Daniels is about to lead a team to a Super Bowl. That's what happens in
Potentially.
meaningless games.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a feeling they're gonna beat Philly.
I don't, but it would be a great story for sure. But going into Philadelphia and playing in that hostile environment, if anybody can do it, it's Jaden. But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. That's a very, very tall task to go in there. You look at Stafford and company in the snow. They struggled today. A couple fumbles, even though they were right there in the thick of things at the 20-yard line. They had an opportunity, to win that ball game at the end. But Philadelphia, eventually, prevails and wins that ball game. But I mean, yeah, you're right though. One game away from potentially hitting the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Bro, as a rookie. Now, when you sit up here and you vilify people for feeling like, hey, man, this team has been bad for a long time. Yeah. Why am I going to sit up here and wait for us to strike lightning in a bottle and draft some dude in the 4th round? It don't work like that no more. And I'm going to tell you why. There's too much information on players now. There's too much tape on players now. Yeah. Even the novice fan can go on YouTube and find a game when Lamar Jackson was in high school. You can go back and look when Jaden Daniels was in high school. So guess what? If you can play ball, no stone will be left unturned for you in this league.
And mind you, I mean, he has a good cast, a good supporting cast. Ertz has looked good for them. Their run game has kind of struggled with Brian Robinson, but I mean, Jaden Daniels is the one that picks it up. They got Eckler but Scary Terry, who's been phenomenal for them. But this has been Jaden Daniels. But that defense showed up yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And, you guys, I see a lot of people saying, you guys really want to go pick up the loser. I mean, come on, dog. Like, you guys have to really look at the tail of the tape, okay? That offense put up over 500 yards yesterday. This was a Jared Goff special. Over 300 yards, but 3 picks. 3 picks.
Yo, four turnovers, 3 picks. Yes. And guys, let me tell you something, man.
Over 200 yards rushing too, wasted. You got to throw that out there.
Bro, so just tell me you don't know football without saying you don't know football. For you to sit up here and tell me that, because they lost, now all of a sudden you don't want to hire Ben Johnson. Yo, they average over 30 points a game. That's what you want. The F are you talking about? How many games do you lose when you score 30 points?
And he's had a top 5 offense in the last 3 seasons as the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. So this guy has been phenomenal for them, but that defense could not stop a nosebleed yesterday. And once again, we knew at some point it was going to catch up to him. 18 players on IR. 18 players on Robertson, IR. Prayers to him once a Raider, always. Did you see his arm? Did you
see it looked like an obtuse angle.
Bro, nasty.
An obtuse angle, not a right angle.
Yeah.
An obtuse angle.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, bro. Yeah, you got to go back to 7th grade geometry on you. Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. His arm, the elbow, he's going to be out most of the year next year. You can tell.
I believe he has surgery lined up already, but it looked really bad, man. Salute to me because he had a phenomenal year for the Detroit Lions out there, man. But go ahead, keep cooking, brother.
Bro, another part of this that you have to look at, right? You got to look at the fact that Aaron Glenn has made chicken salad out of chicken shit all year.
Yep.
He's got 3rd string guys. So it was bound to happen.
Without Hutch most of the time.
Yeah, without him, without your main guy. So hats off to the Detroit Lions, and not for nothing, hats off to the Washington Commanders. Definitely. Because what they've done all year is they've come together and they have one clear vision. They have a lot of talented players on that roster, and they brought it all together from drafting the quarterback. Now, when we look at where we are as an organization, it starts begins and ends with who the GM and who the coach is, more so than who we draft a quarterback. Now, you got people talking about, Jared Goff, still Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a damn good quarterback.
Definitely.
Look, yesterday, Jared Goff got his bell rung.
Yes.
He got his bell rung. He probably shouldn't have been out there.
I don't know if you guys watched, but Teddy Bridgewater ended up coming into the game. They ended up scoring, but they a couple trick plays and got the ground game going. Teddy didn't really have to do too much out there, wasted. But he did miss a drive, and Goff was definitely cooked. You see it. You seen it on the sidelines. His bell was rung for sure. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. He definitely he had that malaise like a punch drunk boxer for the whole game. So
yeah.
Be that as it may, now we're in a situation where we have a chance to hire the bull of the woods for the coaches, right? And I say that Tom Brady and Nebraska with the Raiders, if he's coming into the building tomorrow, I know they're going to interview Lance Newmark.
Yes.
If he's coming in tomorrow,
today,
right? If he's coming in tomorrow, don't let him leave.
Yes.
Do not let him leave.
Well, and let me say this: there's reports, you guys, that this doesn't mean that Spy Tech is out. That is Tom Brady's guy. But it's not a coincidence that right when, a report dropped that Ben Johnson let Detroit know that he's moving on to become a head coach, that next thing you know, Lance Newmark, that whole report came out. And for those who are not aware of who Lance Newmark is, let me go over this. This is from thecommanders.com. Salute to them. Lance Newmark enters his first season as an assistant general manager of the Washington Commanders. So essentially, he's the Champ Kelly of the Commanders. Newmark reports directly to the Commanders general manager, Adam Peters, and oversees Washington's personnel and scouting department. He has several years of scouting under his belt as well. Newmark joins the Commanders with 28 years of NFL experience, including 26 seasons with the Detroit Lions. He most recently held the role of senior director of player personnel for Detroit and helped oversee both the college and pro scouting operations. He also assisted with the weekly management of the Lions roster, assisted Lions executive vice president and general manager Brad Holmes with the implementation of Holmes' scouting vision throughout the entire personnel department. He also overseen the day-to-day operations of Lions football information and football technology departments, and served as a liaison between these departments and the Lions player personnel function. He played influential roles in both the Lions NFL draft, which has been phenomenal in recent memory, and the NFL free agency period processes. So there you have it. Not going to go through all the other stuff. There's a
slew of information there, and a lot of it could be erroneous for some of you guys. We're not going to bore you with that.
Yeah.
But what I'll tell you is this. If there's one team that you want to emulate as far as their draft process, their free agency process, how they've gone about their business in the last 4 to 5 years, it is the Detroit Lions.
Yes,
it is. And if you have a guy who had a seat at the table and was integral in that process, that is good for the Raiders.
Yep,
100%, man.
Yep, I'm looking forward to seeing how this interview goes. Salute to Raider Manny. F the Chiefs, but straight up, I'm calling it now. The officiating in the Chiefs' favor is going to be the next deflate game. Gate. Salute to Raider Manny in the building on the $5 special. Salute to Larry. The Lions ran a play I never seen in my 35 years of watching. The counter run shuffle pass higher Ben Johnson yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it, but Tom Brady,
I saw it was a beautiful play, man.
Tom Brady even said it. He said, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
This is Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say it is absolute insanity. Salute to Larry. And I got to say this. That offense looked fun and entertaining yesterday. The one thing I didn't like, and maybe you guys disagree with me on this, is I don't think that J-Mo has the IQ to run specific plays like when he rolled out to throw the football. J-Mo is not – he's not the smartest dude.
Bro, well, Cliff McCringleberry?
Hey, I'm just being – look.
Yo, let me tell you something. Bro, if he would have made one more pump on that touchdown, he got thrown out the game, bro. Yeah. I was like, yo, McCringleberry, you got to chill with the pumps, bro.
But not just that, and several people called him out for that. You got to be smarter than that. But for him to throw that pick, he should have just threw the ball away. I think Ben got a little too creative there and put a little bit, too much stock in J-Mo throwing the football, and it ended up turning into a turnover that ended up killing him in the long run. But that offense is so fun to watch, man. And Jahmyr Gibbs is special. Watching him run the football, bro, it's is so fun to watch. And hopefully, man, this offseason, we can find someone who is comparable to Gibbs. Salute to my guy, Mikey, in the building. For those who know, I know it says Melissa, but this is our brother, Mikey. I feel good about this offseason. Been stocking up on Bowers rookie cards. Salute to my brother, Mikey, a.k.a. Miguel, out there in our hometown, well, my hometown and his hometown in Sacramento, my dog. All right, salute to Cap as well on a $20 special. Some Lions fans cussing out BJ after the loss. I don't think they realize without BJ and Glenn being there, they solely rely on Dan's connections and knowledge to replace them, which is tricky. Careful what you wish for. You know what's funny? This may be a hot take, and you may disagree with me because they still have a ton of talent on their roster. I think they missed their window. With Aaron Glenn moving on and Ben Johnson moving on, two guys that are going to be head coaches in the NFL. I think they missed their window. And I hate that for them because that fan base. And did you see how emotional Dan Campbell got after the game?
Yeah, he got better too. Broken up, man.
Yeah, man. Because he wanted that for those guys. You know what I mean? And Detroit means a lot to that fan base, to that team, to those coaches. It just sucks to see that, man. But Cap, to be honest, man, I just think that those are pissed off fans that have been waiting their entire lives for this team to win a championship. And it just feels like right when it's in their grasp, it's like 2016 all over again with us. Like where we felt like boom, and then DC breaks is like, even though this team is better than that team. You know what I'm saying? But way better. You know what I'm saying? But
15-1, come on.
Yeah, but or even the Tuck rule year, you know what I'm saying? Or playing Tampa Bay. Regardless, they felt that they were just one season away last year, that collapse against the Niners, that this was the year that they were going to do it. And to overcome 18 players on the IR, that is tough for anybody. I know those fans are pissed, and I get it, but they can't blame BJ for anything. That guy went out there and called a hell of a game, and he's the reason why the Detroit Lions, let me say a major reason why they are where they are in terms of winning a ton of ball games this past few seasons. So you can't beat him up. And if they're going to beat up BJ, then you got to beat up Aaron Glenn too. I mean, the defense shit the bed, regardless of who you had out there, you got to beat up everybody. Beat up Dan.
His innovation is what put points on the board for them.
Yeah.
Especially, the way Goff was playing and the offense as a whole was kind of missing the mark when they needed to be productive.
Yeah.
See, that's what we mean about having a competent guy calling the shots, because they can dial up points when you need them. And it kind of seemed like a lot of the stuff that was some of those big chunk plays that were getting them in the red zone was strictly, innovation.
Innovation. Facts.
That was strict innovation, man. Look, they just don't know any better, bro. They don't know any better.
And it's sad. Salute to J-Ro. What do you think about the Raiders denying other teams interviews with Rob Leonard? Let me say this. Oh, in Buffalo, Von Miller just took one back to the crib right now. Oh, no. He got hit at the 22-yard line. Wow. Baltimore with another turnover. I'll say this. I didn't see this report, J-Ro. I don't know if this is true or not. And to be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if it was. But the thing is this, we don't know who the defensive coordinator is going to be. We don't know if these guys are going to hold on to Rob Leonard. I can't buy that report just yet. I don't know where it came from. But if it is true, we all love Rob Leonard. We love Rob Leonard. He's done phenomenal things with that defensive line. Even with the injuries, we were still finding ways to pressure quarterbacks with Max out of the lineup at the end of the season. So would it come a shock to me? No, not at all. But I didn't see that report, and I don't know if that's true because once again, you're pretty much cleaning house here. Rob Ryan goes to USC to be the linebackers coach. Salute to Robbo for a hell of an NFL career. He'll probably end up being back. Robbo is just like Terminator. He always finds a way back. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to end up cleaning house on that side of the football. I wouldn't be shocked if Rob Leonard's on the way out, but I wouldn't be shocked if he was in high demand for other guys wanting to bring him in to potentially be the defensive coordinator.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed, because when you talk about continuity, right? If there's any way you can keep continuity from Max Crosby,
yeah,
his direct positional coach would be the way.
Yeah,
that would be the way. Right now, I don't know if it's going to be the same scheme, but just from a technique standpoint, right? Like maybe, or just from a coaching standpoint, maybe. And hopefully, whomever they bring in as a defensive coordinator kind of aligns with some of the concepts that Rob Leonard, kind of runs with those guys. So who knows?
I got to say this too. Salute to Max. Ben Wasted knows. He reached out to me. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday,
I believe. And he said, Graf, I can't say anything, man. Laughing my ass off. And I said, on God, bro. And he just put laughing my ass off. So I want to say this, you guys. And mind you, I still I back everything that Wasted said on this live stream, and I also understand the frustrations of people with Max Crosby because of him publicly, speaking. But I also know I don't. Let me say this. I've spoken to Max, on occasion, and I'll say this: he wants to be a Raider, man, and maybe he shouldn't be out there publicly doing this and doing that. But when he came to me and said that, I kind of knew it was like a damn. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just, But once again, interpretation. Everybody interprets things differently.
Bro, listen, man. You know what my father used to say to me? My father-in-law says this to me all the time. The pathway to hell was paved with good intentions. Right? So you could have had the best intentions, but the way people perceive your message is powerful. Now you're the leader of this team. This is looking very Devontae Adams-esque. Mm-hmm. It's looking, the whispers start. Then they're not just whispers anymore. Then it's little signs. Then before you know it, you're trying to shimmy your way out of here. And what I will say is, as the Raider fan that I am, right? Whomever backs it, whatever, I don't give a shit. I am tired of these young players acting like everything is just about them. You have a lot of people that are affected by the decisions and the things you say. The locker room gets affected by that. The way the team is viewed. And then, don't act like you didn't have a part in the way this season went last season, bro.
Oh, definitely. And once again, we're not going to turn this into a Max live because there's so much to talk about.
No, it's not even about Max, but I got to say this, man.
Like anybody.
Just anybody, bro. I'm just saying, these guys, these young players, and if this is a get off my lawn moment, it is. These young players, they want heaven and hell. They want all the money, but they don't want none of the responsibility of making this shit right. They want all of the accolades and they want their little podcast, right? But then they don't want to be responsible for the shit that they say on said podcast. And it's a reason why, maybe if you were doing less podcasting, maybe you're doing less tweeting and more calibrating your mindset to winning, then maybe you'd be fucking winning. Because guess what? I don't see Patrick Mahomes on no fucking podcast.
Yeah. No, fact.
Like for real. And not even like Travis Kelce is what it is, but he's on his way out of the game, bro. Yeah. You guys haven't even established your legacy yet.
Yeah.
Fucking go and say less and do more. That's what, what? That's what my father always told me, son. He said, son, say less and do more.
And let me say this. I don't know if Max hit me up about the tweet that I put out there when I was like, once again, everybody's making this overblown. Or I don't know if he reached out to me because he's seen Waster's rant on the show. Either way, salute to our guy, Max Crosby. And we both love him and hope that he remains a Raider. But yes, I agree that, if you don't want this kind of attention, just don't go out there. Don't go above and beyond to speak about what's going on if you don't want this kind of attention back. Salute to Triple OG Hug Dizzle. What I noticed from the Lions game, the whole offense, including the wide receivers and O-line, gets their ass downfield and blocks for the ball carrier. They do it right, and I want an offense that looks like that. This is facts. Facts plus tax, Hug D's. You ain't never lied, my brother. Salute to you on a $10 special. Salute to Raider Ryan as well, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to all the new Green Dot Gang in the building because of Raider Ryan. If you guys want to become Get Off My Lawn Gang, like Chef up there up top, and you want to become a OLV member, man, hit the links. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on, man. Salute to Raider Ryan and all the new Green Dot Gang in the building. Salute to Dr. Matt King. Salute, my dogs. If ownership pulls off the Ben hire, we can't complain to them for a good 3 years. Everybody wants Ben, so if he sucks, don't think he will. We got to own it together. This is facts. Look, I'm willing to own that if it doesn't work out. This is something that you have to do. You have to go out there and you have to go out there for the home run. You got to go for that home run right now. And once again, if we strike out because of it, I can live with the fact of us bringing him in and trying to bring the hottest commodity in the building and seeing if it'll stick with us. But I agree with you, bro. I agree. And look, you know me and Wasted. We'll own it. We own everything. If we're wrong about something, we own it all the time. So I agree with you.
Who the hell's right all the time in this? Like, if you got somebody who claims they're right all the time and they're always trying to highlight how good they are at whatever to me, that's some straw man shit. Yeah. Like, it's not about that. Really, it's about the Raiders. Like, look, for us, man, my platform and Grass platform got started from our love of this team. And it will continue to, that's at the forefront of it all. You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, sometimes, does a brother get a little emotional about the team? You goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
That's the reason why, when I hear, players do things like this or people or whatever, it's not that I want them to leave. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But what I will tell you is that, if you expected me to kiss your ass to stay on this team, I'm not going to do that. Because I done seen the greatest of the great go through college, play their whole career, and then go into the goddamn Hall of Fame. That's how long I've been a fan.
Yep.
So I'm not going to sit up here and cry over some 25-year-old.
No.
If you don't want to be here, F you.
Salute to Rosetown. We just got to get the right pieces in place. And it starts Rosetown with this upcoming week. So for those who don't know, we can hire Ben Johnson right now. So we went through the Rooney Rule with the general manager because today, you guys, we did bring in Brandon Brown and Chad Alexander for in-person meetings. So we are under the Rooney Rule, GM-wise and head coaching-wise, because of all the other coaching guys that we brought in, our head coaching prospects that we brought in. So we are up to par with the Rooney Rule right now. And for those who don't know, we talked about, Chad Alexander. He is the Chargers assistant GM, and he's starting to rise up the ranks a lot out there with that organization. And we brought in Giants assistant GM Brandon Brown also. These are 2 second interviews. The first ones were remote. These were in person. So we are up to par. We can officially start working our way towards a Ben Johnson deal, a Pete Carroll deal, whoever it is. We can start working towards that. And I wouldn't be shocked if all the dominoes starting to fall tomorrow. So, and I think right now, after Tom Brady being out there calling that game, I said it last night, man. I think that, Ben should have just hopped on the PJ with him and just headed back, because for those who didn't see, Tom Brady did fly back out from Detroit to Las Vegas to be there in person to interview the GMs. And salute to Sean Reed. He put it out there. Tom Brady flew into Las Vegas to participate as the Raiders began their in-person GM interviews with Lance Newmark today. The GM and head coaching hiring committee is composed of controlling owner Mark Davis and 4 minority owners: Brady, Egan Durbin, Michael Meldman, and Tom Wagner. So no Richard Seymour in the mix, but I'm cool with that. 4 other minority owners in the building with Mark Davis to conduct these interviews for the general manager. How you feel about that, man?
No, I feel like, listen, man, you have to, if you're going to go make that play for Ben Johnson, right, you got to make sure that Lance Newmark is a guy that you're even considering, that you would offer the job to make sure that, you've done your homework on him. And basically you want to make it palatable to be able to not hold up the process. Yeah. The one thing that I've loved about this iteration of the Raiders brass is, one, the list and the names that they've brought in makes me more hopeful than I have been in a long time. Like, a lot of the times, we'll focus in on one person that kind of has ties to the Raiders, and then we kind of blow them up, and we don't really focus on the resume. A lot of the times we kind of blow a lot of these guys up that the Raiders bring in. Oh, he used to work for the Raiders back in '98 and all this kind of nonsense. It's never about how good of an actual GM or coach they are. Mm-hmm. With this iteration of Raiders, we are bringing in a cavalcade of proverbial stars. We're bringing in the best of the best, the breast and the brightest.
The breast and the brightest. I like that because it still applies.
Well, listen, it does. I'm a titty man.
Get it off your chest, Wasted. Get it off your chest.
That's right. So hold on. Yes, and I'm holding and release. No. but no, it's that, and it's how timely they've been. Like, it's not like how, like, in years past, we would hear about a name like Lance Newmark, and we'd be waiting for a week for him to interview.
Yeah.
No, they are like, boom, boom, boom. Next. What's up? What's popping?
The Tom Brady effect. Salute to Zen Raider, gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, salute to Zen. I appreciate you so much. Once again, you guys, if you guys want to become members of our channels, hit the links. They're pinned up top. Once again, we appreciate you guys so much. And salute to Niall, salute to Graphic and Wasted Raiders. Salute to Sis. Appreciate you on the $10 special. Niall's always coming through and blessing us with a 10.
She sure do, man. Yeah. She's the best, man. For real.
Definitely is. Salute to you, sis. Salute to Jermaine. I don't mind having a Pete Carroll. He's proven and knows how to put a team together. Yeah, that's not a bad 1B situation. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nope, 1 yard line. Looks like B Moore's about to score here. But I don't have an issue with Pete Carroll. Like this is a phenomenal backup plan. Once again, like it goes back to what Wasted was just saying. Like this is a different. Imagine Pete Carroll being the backup plan. This is a phenomenal. Look, and once again, as long as he doesn't bring Gus Bradley back, or one of those defensive coordinators, a Ken Norton Jr., right? Just don't do that. A Salah, if Salah doesn't take a head coaching job somewhere else, I would love that.
Salah's actually probably going back to San Francisco.
I think so too, and they're probably making the highest pay.
Money to be a defensive coordinator and get the game back up.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be against Pete Carroll if this whole Ben Johnson thing folds, Jermaine. But once again, 1A, 1B situation for me. I think it's Ben Johnson or bust. If that doesn't work, bring in Pete Carroll. I have no problem with that. And another dark horse guy is Todd Monken, OC for Baltimore. He has an interview, I believe, with Chicago. He has one with us that's it's lined up, but there's no date yet. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know what the best thing that would happen for us right now, Wasted, would be salute to Cliff Kingsbury, because I hated him for leaving Las Vegas, but I also respect that he's not taking any head coaching interviews right now, because he stated, I want to go through this playoff with my team. I respect it. Now, he may miss out on a head coaching job, but you had an interesting thing to say about that. And I want you to talk to the chat about this, because a lot of people are saying, yo, Cliff Kingsbury, woo, he's still getting paid, right?
Yeah, he's still getting paid from Arizona. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to look this up, I think if he takes another head coaching job, he might lose out on some of the money from his previous contract, right?
But essentially, Chicago would make him probably a major offer that wouldn't even really matter about the money, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so. But
Caleb's dad is going to war for Cliff Kingsbury. He's like, I want Cliff Kingsbury in the building. And we all know the connection for USC. It makes all the sense in the world seeing what he did with Jaden Daniels this year. I mean, he can go out there and really help Caleb turn that thing around in Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, it's people sit up there and they talk about Ben Johnson and Cliff King. They're in two totally different situations. Cliff Kingsbury is a guy who was a head coach. He's got a bite at the apple already. He's got that life-changing amount of money already. Ben Johnson hasn't. Yeah. Right? So for people to try to make it like Cliff Kingsbury is some kind of saint and Ben Johnson is some kind of miscreant because he's looking forward to his future, I would say to you, would you not try to like change your family's future financially?
Yeah.
For a whole bunch of other people?
Yeah.
Would you sit there and not take an interview that could change your life?
Man,
No, it's funny, man. Everybody, you got a lot of guys that sit up there and criticize, Ben Johnson for taking that interview. They're sitting in some basement somewhere, you know what I mean? Doing God knows what. Doing a whole lot of nothing, just judging. Because nobody's ever given you a bag to do any damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
So get the F up out of here with your crap.
Salute the Damager. Just tuned in. I think Leonard's going to be the DC, and I love it. Raiders have blocked interview requests for him. Leonard reportedly highly regarded. Yeah, he's been highly regarded since he's been in the building. Max loves him. Wilkins loves him. All those guys. Malcolm Kuntz. I mean, he was a major part of that development with Malcolm Kuntz. You know what I mean? So I'm not shocked by that, but I just don't want to jump the gun here yet, because once again, where's the ties with potentially a Ben Johnson? If he's the head coach, I mean, I think he has to have some type of say on who his DC is going to be.
He's what I'm saying? Everything who his DC.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not here to anoint, you know what I'm saying, him to be the DC right now, but it would be interesting though. I don't like that the Raiders are blocking interviews though, because he may be a backup plan. And if it doesn't work, he may potentially miss out on a job. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing for Leonard, to be honest.
Yeah, it's probably bad for Rob Leonard. It's good for the Raiders.
There you go.
Look, man, at this point, man, I just want what's ever good for the Raiders. Yeah. I mean, that's really where I am with it. I'm not trying to be a jerk. God bless Rob Leonard, man, but that's where I'm at with it, man.
Niles comes through and blesses both channels. Salute Graphic and Wasted. Raiders, thank you, sis, as always. And look at the guys, man, can't get right. My dog, appreciate you, CGR, one of the mob fathers over here, and Hug Dizzle, Gift and Dub. My dog is over there hitting weights now in 2025, so I think he's feeling himself right now, man.
Yeah, bro, listen, hey, Hug D's, man. Let me tell you something, bro. Now, Hug D's was talking crap to me the other day. Let me tell you something. The only thing you gonna hear when you get in the ring with Waste is, there you go. There you go.
My brother, I appreciate
it. Going right to sleep.
Salute to all the new Green Dot gang here in the building because of Hug, CGR, and everybody else that are gifting these memberships. I appreciate y'all so much. Hug, you are the GOAT, my brother. Love you. Thank you so much. Salute to Raider Prophet. Concerned about Mad Max, talks about losing PG. What's best should that happen? Who's our best option? Will we draft defense or load? I thought something was. You're gonna see next on next Dragon Ball Z episode. I thought that was following.
Yeah, or the next Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Raider Prophet. I'm not concerned about Mad Max at all. Talks about losing PG. He's gone. So I think he's going to take that Cincinnati job. He already interviewed. And to be honest, why not? Like, he's been missing that dynamic offense. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to be the guy to have, like, hold the grunt of that work. You got Burrow and Jamar Chase. You can put that defense together and make a middling defense. They may win a Super Bowl in Cincinnati. So I think it makes sense, but I'm not worried about that. I think it's time for us both to move on. What's best that should happen? Sign Ben Johnson. I mean, me personally, and whether it's Lance Newman or it's Spytech, I think that's the best move to make right now because of the connection with Brady or the connection with Ben Johnson. It's gonna be interesting though to see what direction they go. Wasted because if they do go Lance Newman, I'm assuming that Ben Johnson got his way. If they go Spytech, I'm assuming that was a Tom Brady move.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That doesn't necessarily mean that Ben Johnson won't work with Spytech either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So it really doesn't, I just look, man, there are some people that say that Lance Newmark is not the guy because, he's been with the Lions for 26 years.
I hate that narrative.
And I think that's a stupid narrative because he's not the GM, right? So you can suggest, right? So the way I see it is you got a guy like him being in the building with Dan Campbell and with the GM that they got over there and all the guys, Agnew and all those guys. And you have a front office that is collaborative, right? And they're willing to listen. Now, there are times where you get a guy like Matt Millen who wasn't willing to listen.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Matt Millen, but Matt Millen, bad GM, he didn't listen to people.
Yep.
Kept drafting wide receivers.
Over and over and over.
Over and over and over and over.
But who is that though?
What do you mean? Who was the person that kept doing that, or what wide
receiver? Where did you get that from?
Al Davis.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got that from Al. Look. Matt Millen. I love Matt Millen, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, so you can't. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I look at the Lions, and even before Dan Campbell, they did pretty well in the draft, right? They just couldn't put it all together. Matthew Stafford was a damn good draft pick. Yeah. Calvin Johnson was a damn good draft pick. They have done the work there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, real quick though, Wade said, you want to make a bet?
I bet you didn't know that this stream was powered by Bet US. That's what I would love to bet on that. Listen, man, 150% on your first deposit, and then
125% on your next two using promo code U2150.
Man, there is no better or no greater than Bet US, man.
Up to $2,000, you guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. Up to $2,000. I forgot about the fastest payout thing, man. Yo, there's none better and none greater than Bet US, man.
If you're better, nobody does it better. Head over to Bet US. Tell them that Graph and Waste this sent you, man. Salute
about it.
Sponsors.
Yeah. You did the run this in. Nobody do it better.
Salute, Sacktown Raider Mike. Let's all send out love to LA Crash Dog down in SoCal fighting. Oh man, our guy down there doing his thing.
Yo, yeah, LA Crash Dog, man.
Salute to LA Crash Dog, man. Love, brother.
Yo, it's crazy because the Rams winning, that would have been poetic justice for the people of Los Angeles. Even though no one watches the Rams in LA, it still would have been like a little gaggle of people who would have been happy about that. And I want people in LA to be happy.
But I wonder if they would have held that game in Arizona again because of the fires. Because the Rams would have had the home field advantage because they won the division.
Yeah, I would imagine they would have to.
Yeah. Salute to Ty as well, man. My dog. New Jersey brethren gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My dog. Everybody's going crazy with the memberships today. My brother, I appreciate you so much. Once again, you guys, hit the links up top. We definitely appreciate all you guys, man. Salute to Jermaine. Q question. Would you bring Kuntz back? And if not, who's next up? Yes. Malcolm Kuntz back. He was on his way to becoming a star. The injury was nasty. Look, that definitely derailed us this year in terms of that defensive line and holding that defense back a little bit. But I think the thing is this: you can probably get him at a cheaper deal. Keep him at home in Vegas, hometown, a homegrown talent, Buffalo guy in the third round. Keep him. There's no reason not to. And I think
it doesn't make sense not to, bro.
If Ben Johnson's the head coach is well wasted, I think he understands the value of a defensive line. Losing Hutch this year, losing some of those guys, I think that you would want to bring Malcolm Kuntz, one of your homegrown talents, back into the fold. So yes, bring Malcolm back. Hopefully, he's healed up and he's good to go. But definitely look into bringing back Malcolm Kuntz for sure. Even though none of these guys that are coming in are gonna have any ties to Malcolm Kuntz. Hopefully Mark and hopefully Max and everybody else in the building saying this is the guy. Bring him back.
Yeah, but bro, the people that are coming in like to have ties to good players.
No, I
know. Or like good players on the cheap. Like Malcolm Kuntz has not done enough to get a contract. He's in a year where they can have a guy who was a premier pass rusher in this league for like a half-eaten sandwich in a bonton and a grape CNC. Yeah. Like it's like that level cheap as far as pass rushers go. Because when you start talking about the hierarchy of pay in the National Football League, it is quarterback, pass rusher, left tackle. That's how it goes. And this is what kind of left tackle this guy is. This guy was on a trajectory to have double-digit sacks.
Yeah.
So, look, man, I don't care who comes in here. They're going to want to keep that guy.
Salute to Mike Lopez. D.E. Landon Jackson could be sneaky pick in the 3rd or 4th round. This is the young kid out of Arkansas, 6'7", lengthy defensive end. He had like 6.5 sacks, I believe, this year out there in Arkansas. He would be an interesting name to bring in the mid. You know what, though? If you look him up real quick, Wasted. Landon Jackson. He scares the shit out of me. He has no eyebrows. Scares the shit out of me, dog.
Landon Jackson.
Mike, he scares me, bro. Like looking at him, he scares the hell out of me, dog. Like
Lando Calrissian.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful because it could be like alopecia or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be like Charlie Villanueva.
Yes, Villanueva. Yeah, he scares shit out of me, though. Like scares shit out of me.
Landon Jack. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. He looks like Charlie Villanueva.
Yeah. So
he looks at him though. 280, 6'7", beast from Texarkana, Texas, man.
Yep, 6.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. This is a guy that you could definitely look at. In 2023 has 6.5 sacks as well. So, he shows you can get to the quarterback. If you can develop him the right way opposite of Max, that'd be phenomenal. Salute to Zen Raider. Cheers to my dogs. 1 month and many more to come. My brother Zen, appreciate you. And salute to the almost 1,700 people in the building, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet.
So let me. So this is the thing, man, with Landon Jackson. He's a guy that, some people have as a top 10 prospect from the defensive line, right? I've heard of the kid. I haven't seen much about him. I haven't really watched him play. Some of the guys that I've really been big on are like James Pierce Jr., Mason Graham, Abdul Carter, Walter Molden. These are all guys, and Kenneth Grant from Michigan too, the counterpart for Mason Graham.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will tell you is this draft has a lot of talent in it, man. A lot of people aren't talking about it because it's not top heavy when it comes to the skill position guys. But this is a draft where you can get value, big value in the mid rounds with the trenches. You can get big value. You can locate a guy that will be a starter in the 4th or 5th round in this draft. So, I really can't wait to really start digging into the draft coverage and stuff. Now the Raiders have to actually kind of get solvent with the front office and the coaching situation. And once we do, we're going to really, really steam ahead with a lot of our draft coverage, man. A lot of our draft. And you guys know the one thing about Graphic, Wasted, Hammer, all of us, our draft coverage is very Raider-centric. Yeah. So when we're looking at players, we're looking at needs for the Raiders. We're looking at guys that fit for the Raiders. Yeah. We are not looking at every single play. I am not looking at the quarterback for South Wichita State that stubbed his toe 5 years ago, and I'm going to come on the screen and regurgitate that.
But let me say this. I will say that we'll wait for the head coach and the general manager to be in place because we look for tendencies. Yeah. Going on tendencies of what they've done in recent memory in terms of drafting and free agency and so on and so forth.
That was the reason why I said that we're going to wait to be in place. Yeah. That was exactly the reason why.
L11, did you see Magic drop gems in his post game? I didn't see that. I seen him high-fiving everybody, in the locker room and all that, but I didn't see anything about Magic Johnson. And that's my favorite basketball player of all time. But I didn't see him say anything. L11, what did he say?
Listen, I see Worthy on my left. I see Byron on my right. I see Cooper to the corner. I came down and seen Cap on the block, and I said, "Showtime."
That's all he said. But what does Magic really ever say?
Not too much. But what he says is enough. Salute to Marco. What's up, fellas? Salute to my dog. I was fortunate to have my home saved during the Eaton fire, but I just moved out to Brooklyn and now it's snowing. Anyway, is Ben Johnson coming to Vegas for a meeting? And I want to say this, salute to Marco, because he hit me up and said, you hit me up when your wife and your kids are in New York and you visit and wasted. He wants to get us backstage to the Lion King play. You know, so we got family and tied to that. So,
shit, Marco. Look, bro, I'm in the area. Marco's an actor. Going to that show several times.
Yeah, man. Salute to Marco, man. He's an actor. He does this thing. He's been in commercials and movies and stuff like that. Salute to Marco. Anyways, Ben Johnson. I'm assuming that Ben will be in Vegas very, very soon. But that's not me saying that he may not go take an in-person interview in Chicago or Jacksonville. I don't know, but I do believe that he'll be in there the next few days or so. And I'm hoping that we get the first crack at him, because if we do, I think he's there to stay. Salute to Marco, and prayers with if you have any family out there in Los Angeles, brother. Hopefully everything's good, man. Salute to my guy, Marco. McRaiders is not able to give memberships on Wasted Channel. What's going on,
bro? I don't know. I think my membership has been shadow banned, McRaider. I got to figure it out though, bro.
Try and put it in the chat real quick. I think you forgot to link it today, motherfucker.
No, I did, brother.
Salute to Mick Raider gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships because he couldn't gift 5 Wasted Talent memberships. Salute to my guy, Mick Raider. Appreciate you, brother. And salute to all the new Green Dot Gang in the building. We still got a lot to talk about, you guys, so stay tuned. Salute to Yoshi. Doesn't matter who we get as a coach. I'm 100% behind him, as always. The stars are going to align for us. I can feel it. Talk, Yoshi. Talk that shit, Yoshi. Salute to you on a $10 special, and salute to you in that default picture looking just like me.
That's hilarious, bro. I'm hoping, man. I'm really hoping that we get it right this time. That, bro. That is the problem. That's the sickness that's been in the building. Leadership has been the sickness in the building, bro. And the lack of it. Yeah. We as an organization are in desperate debt. We talk about the quarterback, but guys, if you look around the National Football League, quarterbacks in sick environments are not successful.
Yeah.
We got to make the environment in Las Vegas not a sick environment, man.
Yeah. And I want to say this real quick, too, before we get back to the Raiders. Hey, salute to David Montgomery, man. That major injury coming off of that and like forcing himself to go out there and play in the playoffs. He only carried the ball 7 times, but he did average 4 a clip. Everybody thought he was gone for the season. So for him to go out there and run the football 7 times, pretty much 30 yards on the ground, salute to him, man. Like, yeah. I did not think we were going to see him.
Shit. I love that.
Yeah, man. Like, for him to go out there and say, I'm putting it all on the line for this team and try to go out there and win a championship, that speaks volumes of who he is, man. So salute to David Montgomery. And once again, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. Wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. Once again, you guys, we're going over the GMs. We did have second interviews today with Giants assistant GM Brandon Brown and Chargers assistant GM Chad Alexander. I'm sorry, not today, but Monday. They'll be in the building tomorrow. My apologies. Fumbled that. They will both be in place. The original ones, the first ones were via whatever. You know what I'm saying? They were remote. So they will be in the building tomorrow as well. We did have Lance Newmark coming in with the ties from the Detroit Lions. Him and Ben Johnson, the connection is there. Not a shocker here. We were all wondering where the connection would be, with Ben Johnson in this whole GM situation. I think we can rest assured here, Wasted, that is true, that now the whole Ben Johnson rumor about wanting to have some type of say in the GM, I mean, this is pretty much letting you know
confirmation. That's confirmation, bro. I mean, look, if you're Ben Johnson, right, and you're leaving a situation that you're happy in, right, you got talent all over the place. You know, you got a head coach that you love working with. You got defensive coordinator you love working with. You got people in the building you believe to get the talent and get the job done, right? For you to leave that situation, right, it has to be the right one. And the only way you can ensure that is that you're not bumping heads with the guy who are picking the players with you. Because, you know, you as a coach, being an offensive mastermind, you got to have the guys that fit your system. And if you're not ideologically aligned with the guy that's picking the players, that's a disaster. And that happens too much in the National Football League. Now, what I don't want is I don't want Ben Johnson to have final cut over personnel because, listen, a lot of times they say that you can multitask, but multitasking is a myth.
Yes.
Multitasking is a myth. Like you can
I agree.
do something very quickly, right? Well, and move on to the next thing and then come back to it. Yeah. But actually doing two things at the same time, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Right. And the only person who's ever
especially in year one, this is your first experience as a head coach. You don't want to put that much on his plate.
Yeah. And this is not Bill Belichick. Now, when we look at Bill Belichick, right? Bill Belichick is a guy that even when he was a first-time head coach with the Cleveland Browns, he was like a GM. He assembled everything. I mean, just a legendary cast of talented individuals around him, working with them. You know, the Ozzie Newsomes of the world, the Scott Pioli's of the world. I mean, just so many people, right? Yeah. That and who's who. Yeah. You know, Nick Saban, all these guys were working with Belichick, right? Mm-hmm. So that goes to show you the level of success that he had with the Browns and turning that situation around and leaving those guys in the building. They went all across football and took over football. Yeah. The difference is with a Ben Johnson, I don't necessarily know at this point in football history if that's a viable thing for a first-year coach. You need somebody that is ideologically aligned with you to do the job so you can focus on being the best coach you could be. Hey, listen, man, I need a wide receiver. This is the attributes I'm looking for. Please go get me him.
That Shanahan-Lynch connection, like that duo where Shanahan has a lot to say, but ultimately Lynch is the one that's the decision maker. But you know, salute to SoCal and real quick, belt to ass right now, you guys. Buffalo 21-10 going into the half here. That's nasty work. On the road, it's going to be difficult for Lamar and company to come back from this. Ben can scheme offense with best of them. Now pair him with the great DC. I agree with that. And a GM along with the cap room and another good draft. And the Raiders are competing by year 2 and making real noise by year 3. Salute to SoCal with a haymaker.
Yeah, that's definitely a haymaker, bro. And you know, it's funny, man. But see, the thing that, you know, us as fans need to realize, yo, you have to have the right people to make those choices. Like before anybody, you know, takes a snap, runs a yard, catches a pass, makes a tackle, throws a pass. Yeah. You gotta have the right guys with the right vision to make those chess pieces move properly.
Yep.
More so than at any time. And there was a lot of times with me as a fan, I always thought, hey, man, you know, well, we got John Gruden. He's such a football savant. Eventually he'll figure it out. No, we can't wait for nobody to figure it out no more. We need somebody that's going to come in here right off the bat with a clear, concise plan, because you see all over the National Football League programs that have gotten turned around on their head like that.
Yep. Commanders, i.e. Salute to CJ becoming a member as well. My dog, appreciate you, brother. Been around for many moons. Thank you so much. CGR gifting 5 more. My dog, one of the GOATs over here, 24, one of the GOATs over here. Salute to you guys so much, man. I don't think y'all realize how much that means to me, man. Thank you. Wipe them feet, y'all. Make sure you guys pay them bar tabs and hit that subscribe button on both channels if you have not yet. 2-4 CGR, my brothers. Salute to you and salute to all the new members in the building. Salute to Mike Lopez. If Tyler, no. There's no reason to go out and get another tight end. And I like Tyler Warren a lot. You know, he's phenomenal out of Penn State. You know, you watch Penn State very closely, Wasted. So he's one of the ones, and he's very versatile. This guy can do it all.
Tyler Warren's going to be a first-round pick, man.
Yeah. I don't see him falling. If he does fall into the second, there's no reason. I mean, why would you trade Mayer too? I think that he's going to be phenomenal for us moving forward. I do believe that people tend to forget how good he was at Notre Dame because Brock Bowers was there at the same time. Michael Mayer is one of the ones. There's a reason we moved up in the second round to go get him out of Notre Dame. Just give him some time. Going into year 3, dealing with his personal issues, dealing with kind of not really being showcased in the offense with Josh McDaniels. Give him some time. I think that he's going to have a major jump this year in year 3, especially if Ben Johnson is the guy. This dude's going to be one of them ones.
Oh, yeah. And one thing he does have to do, he just needs to refine what they need him to do, right? So I think the problem with Michael Mayer just really this year in particular is not really having a clear and concise vision of what they want to do on offense. Yeah. I think Luke Getsy came in here, he interviewed for the job, he got the job, however he got it, right? Because the Raiders were kind of up against it. They didn't get the guy they wanted. And I don't think that he really had a clear and concise plan for this roster, just based off of the way he was using some of these guys.
Yeah.
Based off of the fact that maybe he might not have had the familiarity. Like just by virtue of the fact that it took him that long to get to Sincere McCormick shows you how woefully unprepared he was to coach this team.
And I knew exactly who he was the whole time. Salute to CJ. Just subscribe to your channel. Wasted. What's up, Graf? Salute to CJ. Appreciate you, bro. Real talk, my dog, man.
CJ, thank you, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
Salute to Optimistic Frank. Optimistic Frank. Shador or GT. Raiders build the O-line. Hey, man, let me say this. If Shador is there, you can't miss out on the quarterback. You got to go quarterback. But I will state that in order for that Ben Johnson offense to move, you got to get a running back. And GT is the best running back in this draft, not named, Omarion Hampton to me in North Carolina.
Bro, I don't. The numbers, he's had the best college career, but suited for the pros, I see a couple of other guys that I would prefer to have.
I know you like Ollie Gordon a lot. I know you like RJ Harvey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but personally, I think that
Omarion Hampton, the size and the speed, and also from Ohio State,
Henderson.
That's a kid with 4.3 speed.
Is it Jukins? Either way, but the 1-2 duo.
But 4.3 speed.
Yeah,
at the running back position, bro. Like some of the things. Look, and Genty, great young prospect. He might. Come into the league and tear the league up, right? But there are a lot of running backs in this draft. You can't afford to mortgage the farm on a position that might be the deepest position in the draft.
Yeah. But I'll say this, if Shador is there, you guys, and I know a lot of you guys do not like Shador, and that's cool. But I will say you can't, if the quarterback is there, you got to take the quarterback. Like I'm taking Shador over Genty all day, every day because of the need at the quarterback spot, especially with a Ben Johnson. I think that he would work wonders with Shador. So if he's there or Cam, it doesn't matter. I'm taking both those guys over at GT all day, every day.
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother.
Man, we love you too, bro.
I think that Ben Johnson is gonna come here with Hendon Hooker. And like yesterday, I was a little surprised that Hendon didn't play. They had him inactive yesterday.
They had him as an emergency third quarter.
They had him emergency because, look, this is the one thing about Teddy Two Gloves, man. Teddy Two Gloves has been a starter in this league. Veteran, played in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. He's a guy that you can, you don't have to really worry about the moment being too big for Teddy Two Gloves, right? And with a guy like Hendon Hooker, he's been hurt. He's young. He really hasn't had that many snaps. So, theoretically, I understand going with the Teddy Bridgewater in a situation like a playoff scenario.
Yeah, I get it. I'm telling you now, though, Doug, I promise you, if Detroit thinks that Goff is not the guy and they paid him all this money, I'm telling you now, if Ben Johnson is the guy, there's going to be a lot of conversations about him potentially calling Detroit and trying to see what they would do with get off that contract. I'm telling y'all now, there's nothing like a year one head coach bringing in a guy that he has experience with, that he's won at the highest level. Yeah, he didn't win a championship, but they've been to an NFC championship together. I'm stating now, man, if Detroit, if those guys say, you know what, we're going to go in another direction. We're going to go Hendon Hooker. Maybe there's a reason why they didn't showcase him yesterday. Maybe they're holding on to him. I don't know. He has dealt with some injuries. He has dealt with some concussions in his young career, Tennessee, and even in Detroit, he had a concussion, I believe, early. But I'm going to say this, man, do not be shocked, you guys, if some Goff talk starts coming up here very, very soon if Ben Johnson is the guy. I'm just saying.
Bro, listen, of course. I mean, I've always seen Jared Goff being a guy that could possibly wind up here with the Raiders. He looks like a Raider, Southern Cal guy. I can see it. But this is the thing, right, with Jared Goff, man. Why would you? I mean, Jared Goff, since he's been with the Detroit Lions, and even before that, right? This is a guy that, as a rookie, didn't play a whole, he played, he didn't do great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But right after that, 2017, 3,000 yards, 28 touchdowns.
Yeah.
105 rating.
He was second this year, I believe, in passing yards.
Check this out, right? 2018, 4,600 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks. 2019, 4,600 yards again, 22 touchdowns, 16 picks. 3,900 yards, 20 touchdowns, 13 picks. Detroit, first year there, 3,200 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 picks. 2022, 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 picks. Last year, 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 12 picks. And this year, 4,600 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions.
And see, those picks started going down a little bit more because of the Ben Johnson effect. And mind you, 4 of those came in one game. You know, so I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked about that if Detroit said, you know what, we're going to move on, get younger. Hendon Hooker's on a rookie deal. They invested a second round pick into him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason I'm like, maybe they go that direction. Just maybe. I could be reaching, but I'm just saying that you may hear some talk here soon about that. So
one of those guys will wind up in silver and black.
Yeah.
And that's the way I see it. Normally, when you have an offensive mind, he needs to take some familiarity with him.
Yeah.
Right? One of those guys will wind up here. Because this is the thing about Hendon Hooker, right? You got to shit or get off the pot with that situation, right? This will be, his third year?
Yeah.
He's going into his third year, right? So, okay, what do? Do you pay the kid? You let him walk?
You don't have the fifth-year option, so you can't do that.
Second-round guy. So you got to figure out what's going to happen with Hendon Hooker or Jared Goff at that point. So, I think either which way, one of those guys winds up in silver and black.
I'm not saying that name at all. It's nasty, nasty work, but salute to the $2 donation. BJ's all in LV. Let's go. Raiders. Nasty, nasty work, Mr. Bulldog. Disgusting.
Yo, get the F out of here with your effing filth. The F is wrong with you.
Salute to Triple OG Hug. Have we checked? Yes, we talk to Big Mike every day. We were in a group chat texting today. He's just been busy working, and to be honest with you guys, Mike, he loves this, but this isn't his calling. Like he's doing big things and with this IT, job. This dude is living his life. Big Mike is living his life.
Yeah, Big Mike. Look, man, the thing with Big Mike is this, man. Even when he first got into this, he didn't. I had to convince Mike to get on.
He did. I can back that claim up.
Yo, Mike had an audio podcast, and I used to listen to it and support it, and I heard how excellent he was, and I was like, bro, you need to get on the screen, brother. And then we met in Las Vegas right at the Woods and Whiskey event. That's the first time I met him. And then ever since then, the vibe's been immaculate. You know,
it's funny, Hug. He literally hit us up today in the group chat. It's so funny you mentioned that because he said, I don't know how y'all do this shit. Literally. Salute to Rosetown. Brady has the vision of a true Raider, what a true Raider looks like. Hopefully. I mean, early signs are definitely pointing towards you're right, Rosetown. But let's sit back and kind of wait and see approach here. But I love the direction and the energy.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I said that shit is subjective too, right? Like when we talk about what a true Raider looks like, what a true Raider looked like in 1964, in 1972, it's not what a true Raider looks like now.
Yeah,
you have to kind of, and that's the problem with a lot of people that have come into this building over the last 25, 26 years. They're trying to recreate something that was once great instead of trying to establish something that's great and new and trying to reestablish what great means to the Raiders. Yeah. Like people try to go back and, I want to draft like Al Davis.
Yeah.
Hard to beat Al because the game is different now.
Yeah, it's totally
the game's totally different.
Even though Al was ahead of his time drafting speed and this,
well, he was the one who brought the stopwatch into football.
Yep.
Him. Listen, the
get around the fire, you guys. Gather around the fire.
Thank you. I'm gonna drop some jewels. Gather around the fire, everybody. Gil Brandt and Al Davis. They're not two guys that are as revolutionary in this game than Gil Brandt and Al Davis. Gil Brandt from the Cowboys and Al Davis. Yeah. They were the two guys who kind of revolutionized the way people scouted and picked players. Gil Brandt bringing in Bullet Bob Hayes and all those people in the Dallas Cowboys.
Bullet Bob Hayes.
You know what I'm saying? All those big, just Bob Lilly and all of these guys, right? And then Al Davis. All those Cowboys, right? And Al Davis being who he was. Al Davis revolutionized football, and he was ahead of his time. And now the rest of the pack has caught up to Al Davis's ideology.
Yep.
So now at this point, you have to kind of define what that means within context, because before Raiders and the speed and size, that was something that was the outlier. Now it's the rule. It's not the exception now. So now you got to get a little deeper into that construct.
Yeah.
You have to say, man, listen, okay, this guy's big, strong, fast. Okay, how does he work for us? Is he versatile? Is he a smart guy? Can he play in different schemes? Things like that. So I think Tom Brady's going to redefine, and this new regime is going to redefine what it means to be a Raider.
I love it. Salute real quick. Also, I'm looking for something real fast. Real quick.
That's what she said. I'm telling you.
Yo. Lions and teams all interviewing someone in him.
Man, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Graf. I'm hoping, I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. What if Ben Johnson doesn't pick the Raiders, man? And I know we talked about Pete Carroll, right?
Yeah.
Will that let the wind out of your sails?
It will. You know why? Because I've wanted Ben Johnson to be the head coach since the beginning of this season. Like when I started to see, well, actually, no, dating back to last season.
Dude, last year you were talking about, but you said you said it was a foregone conclusion he was going to go to Redskins. I remember that.
Yes, like, but I said that would be my guy if
he would consider us. You've always said that.
So yeah, I've been wanting Ben Johnson as a Raider for pretty much 2 seasons now. So yeah, it definitely would. But I mean, a great consolation prize is Pete Carroll that's won national championships in the Super Bowl. I mean, look. So would I be upset? No.
What about Todd Monken though?
Now, the thing is, it concerns me a little bit because honestly, man, in my heart of hearts, I don't think that Todd Monken takes a head coaching job. I don't. I think he's going to stick with Baltimore. If they end up losing the day against Buffalo, I think he runs it back. I do. Because what happened to Baltimore this year? The defense has not played up to the standard that we thought that they were going to be. And I think they would run it back. All the craziness he did with Lamar this year, man, with him throwing for over 4,000 and almost running for almost 1,000 yards, I just think that he want to run it back. So I don't know. I would love Monken, though, if that was an option. We've been talking about him over here for a little while, too. But I just don't know if it's a realistic option. I know we had
Monken when he was with Georgia.
yeah. So, Zen, I'm going to be honest, brother. Like, look, it would be smart for him to do his due diligence, but maybe he already has. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I just have this weird nagging suspicion, and there's no intel, you guys. I have no inside source on this. Wasted doesn't either. Let me tell y'all right now, nobody does. The only people that know what's going on with this situation right now are the people involved. This has been very
offended that you said that Wasted doesn't have any inside information.
No. I'm just saying on this specific.
No. What's going on here? So no. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Nobody does, bro.
No.
Like, look. You can say what you want, but even guys in the building every single day, they don't know what the hell is gonna happen with this.
No. Yeah. So, but I'm hoping that we get the first crack, and I hope that Tom Brady them close the doors, lock them shits, and give him whatever he wants. And next thing you know, we have our head coach. Salute to Zen. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to no man. I just want a good offensive head coach. That's our weakness, man. The O has looked miserable these last two seasons. So no, man, I agree with you, brother. I agree. Salute to Jason, man. New subscriber, longtime watcher. We can feel the shift in the organization. Let's go Raiders. Salute to my guy, Jason, and welcome to the family, brother. I think he meant to say, what's the ideal running back room?
Yeah.
I'm drafting 2.
Yeah,
I'm drafting 2. Even with Sincere and Dylan on the roster, and Madison's going to be out of here. He's a free agent. I don't think that Zeus is going to make this roster next year.
Nah, Zeus.
So to be real, I'm getting 2. I'm not even going into free agency. I'm not bringing in Aaron Jones or a veteran guy. Go get 2. This is a deep class. Go get 2 of them.
Yeah, man. Look how much of a difference Isaiah Pacheco has made for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He's made a humongous difference for them. He ran them into the Super Bowl one year.
And look at what Hunt did for him this year when Pacheco went down.
Yeah, and that's a guy that's been in the league for a while. He's a veteran. But if you notice the direction of the National Football League, the running back has made a resurgence, right?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
For us, what we're trying to build, we got a young team. I would like for that to run and grow with the program that we're bringing in. You know what I mean? I would like that to be the case, right? So if you have 2 running backs that are young, that are versatile, and that fit different roles and stuff like that, you're going to always be able to pick up, short yardage first downs. Guys are going to be fresh, and you're not going to have to pay them a whole crap load of money either as having that factor feature back. Yeah, that's a little different. I don't think a team that's in at the stage that the Raiders are in does not deserve but need a superstar running back at this point. I think when you're right at the precipice of going to the bowl, like the Eagles, then you go get a Saquon Barkley. Like the Ravens, then you go get a Derrick Henry.
But I'm very high on Amarion Hampton and Cam Scatterboo because the skill sets that they possess. Okay, both of them had over 1,600 yards this year. Okay, and I'm talking about rushing, but Amarion Hampton had over 300 yards in the air. Scat had over 600 yards in the air. I want 2 guys that you can get involved in the passing game as well because Ben likes to get very, very creative. So I want guys that have both. I don't want just a north-south runner like a Zeus or somebody that's just straight ahead freight train. Give me some. The league has changed, wasted. They like these running backs that can do both things. Give me a set of running backs that can catch the football out of the backfield, and they can also run the football down a defense's throat. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, man. And look, like guys, Ollie Gordon is another guy, and I love Ollie Gordon, man. 6'2", big guy.
Lanky.
Lanky can also catch the ball. See, this is the thing. I don't want a running back that I have to kind of like grade on a curve like Zeus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want this guy to be like, well, he doesn't have a great vision. Like, why not? Why are you here if you don't have great vision? Yeah. I don't want one of these guys, well, he can't really catch the football. Well, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that, because when you have a guy that's innovative as Ben Johnson, you have to be able to do more than one thing that exists in his offense. Yep. And that's the thing. I'm looking for people like, and that's the reason why Ben Johnson will be great for a Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers can do it all.
And look, can you imagine him in that J-Mo situation throwing the football? He would have quarterback.
He would have threw a dart or he'd have threw it away, right? He's a smart player. He's versatile. He's a lot of different skills. He can block everything, right? Yo, Brock Bowers, one of the most versatile tight ends I've seen since Rob Gronkowski. Super versatile, right? He's a guy that you can line up as a wide receiver, and he can actually run the whole route tree.
Yeah.
This is what you need. We have a lot of guys in this building that have talent, bro. You just need the right person to bring it out of them.
Yep, I agree. Salute, Menerator Ryan. All it will take is a wrong word for Goff and a rumor. Ryan, the thing is this, man. Detroit, up to this point, has loved Jared Goff. And once this stank kind of goes away, they'll get back to loving Goff. And Goff loves the area. He's very involved in the community. He loves the team. He loves the fan base. I don't think he's going to leave, but there will be some talk. But I don't think it's going to come from Goff. I don't think it's going to be any situation, because Goff strikes me as a guy that if they ask him about the fan base, and he's going to say, deservingly so. I messed up. I threw 3 picks. We turned the ball over a ton of times. I didn't do what I was supposed to do to get this thing right. It's not going to come from Jared Goff. Right. It's not. Salute to my brother, Demon Hunter, Demon King in the building. Greetings, fellas. Yo, Graf, if the weather agrees here, I'll come to the house and watch. Pull up. Jay, I'm waiting on you, my brother. Salute to you. And he just sent me a picture of this Notre Dame Fighting Irish towel that came from one of the games this season. He's going to bring over to the crib. Demon, hey, look, bro, love you. We got to swap something. I got to give you something from my collection for that. So I got a towel for you from one of the Raider games. We're going to swap. But you're always invited, brother. You can pull up anytime you like.
What's going on here, man? So swapping towels now? What the hell is going on? Yo, man, come on, man. You got to end this show, bro. What the F is going on here? The F are you guys doing here? I can't sit idly by while you guys are swapping towels.
You know what? I fucked up. I got nothing else to say. I mean, hey, I'm gonna change the subject. Testing. Is this thing on? Yo, Hug, it's definitely on, bro. Yo. Oh. It's nasty work out here, man. Yo, oh my God. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Salute the Hug, bro. My dog. Guess it's oh, man. Disgusting human being. Jose, do you think Laube can get a chance with Johnson? I don't know. To be determined. I mean, who's to say he makes the roster next year? This was a former regime guy, and I love Dylan. He'll be on the show Tuesday, but I got to be authentic. I got to be real. I don't even know if he makes the roster, but I'll say this. The skill set that he possesses, the way he catches the football in the backfield, I think Ben would love that. Yeah. But it's just a wait and see game. I don't know if Ben is the guy. Maybe we shall see. But once again, you always have to question a lot of these guys that come from previous regimes. You know, I mean, you just don't know. There may be a certain kind of running back that he wants in this system, and Dylan may not be that guy. So
yeah, I mean, I think Dylan Laube is a 5-tool kind of a guy. He can do a lot of different things, right? The only thing with Dylan Laube that still the jury is out on is him holding on to the football. And I think him being in the National Football League and getting like stronger and getting more that NFL body. Yeah. I think that if Ben Johnson comes here, a guy like that will take that kid and use him the way he's supposed to be used.
Yep.
I really feel like, man, everybody who's been in this building that we look at, we're like, damn, how come we couldn't get that much out of him? It's because it's coaching, man. Coaching matters, bro.
This kid is too talented to not play him over Alexander Madison and Zamir White. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, even look, I know that they both have better careers up to this point, but the kid is part of the youth movement. I don't understand the process of them not playing him this year. That is insanity to me. I mean, once again, though, this is the same regime that waited forever until every running back was hurt to throw Sincere into the mix and then say that he's always been great at practice and he's always been that guy. So I don't know.
Well, listen, you know what it is, man. It's like paralysis by analysis. Like, I think one of the biggest reasons why Antonio Pierce isn't here is because he didn't do what was right. He would do what he thought was going to keep him employed. He would do what he thought wouldn't get him criticized too much. He'll, instead of, going for it and trying to throw a touchdown, he'd go and try to, get 3 or 4 yards to try to get the first down. He didn't have the full backing of the organization. And you can feel that the way he was hired, how what it took to hire him. And with Ben Johnson, you're not going to have that. Ben Johnson's probably going to get a record-setting deal if he comes here. He's probably going to get paid probably more than Andy Reid as a first-time head coach.
Shit ton of guaranteed money.
And they're going to have to commit to him at the minimum 3 years.
Yeah.
But
minimum.
Even if we don't win a game next year,
you're
not going to hear about him getting fired because you can't do it.
Yeah.
So Ben Johnson's going to come here and just do what he feels is right, period.
Yep.
And I think that's a good spot to be. And I kind of feel bad that Antonio Pierce didn't get that latitude.
Yeah. Salute to Shane. I love this. I think Trayvon Henderson, I like Trayvon Henderson. He reminds me of Gibbs. We were just talking about the kid out of Ohio State. I hope that, he decides to have his worst game of his career tomorrow as our Notre Dame Fighting Irish play the Ohio State Buckeyes in the national championship. But I definitely agree with you. I think Trayvon Henderson is that kind of Jahmyr Gibbs type talent. A guy
with the speed and the power and everything like that. The funny thing is, man, do you think that – because I've heard that the Bears really love Marcus Freeman.
Yes, and there's rumors that if we win it tomorrow, that Freeman may decide to go to the NFL and take advantage of the hot time for him.
He is their candidate number one, for what I understand.
There's been rumors and rumblings about him potentially being the number one guy. I know that they wanted to reach out to him early on in the process, but he was, dedicated to what we got going on in Notre Dame. So, but honestly, man, I don't see it happening. I think that Freeman's going to be a Notre Dame guy for a long time. I think that he's the one that went down there and changed the culture and really reinstill what it means to be a part of that program. I don't see it, especially this quick. You know what I mean? If he wins one this year, I assume that he thinks I can win several. And once again, you win one, and what happens? There's a trickling down effect at the college level. A bunch of guys decommit from their schools. They go to Notre Dame. You start to bring in more talent. They start seeing Freeman and say, I want to play under him. I think that he's building something special. I don't see him going to the NFL right now.
He is in a sense, but the problem with Notre Dame, and this is the reason why Notre Dame hasn't been able to be as viable as other programs, right, is because there's a certain kind of player that has to come to Notre Dame. Yeah. They have to operate on a frequency from a grade perspective that's a lot higher than everyone else in college football. Notre Dame does not allow, like, those guys that are playing for Notre Dame, they are very, very bright guys, and they could have gotten to Notre Dame even if they didn't play football.
Yep.
Like you look at a guy like Justin Tuck. Justin Tuck is like a investment.
But that's another reason why we've been so successful. We haven't been able to get over the hump and win a national championship in forever, but we're always.
It's a talent thing, bro, and that's the thing. See, like Alabama have somebody who reads on a third grade level playing for them. Notre Dame's not having that, and that's the difference. That's why Notre Dame always has guys that, like, starters. They have very good starters, but the depth is what normally gets them. You don't get them in a wash. You normally get Notre Dame in a rinse.
Yep.
That hasn't been happening this year, right? Because college football has been watered down by NIL.
Yep. People
are not going to sit behind anyone to play anymore, right? That's not going to happen. So I think that's going to make Notre Dame more viable into the future. But I disagree, Graf. I feel like if Marcus Freeman wins the Natty tomorrow, which is highly possible, I think he's going to cash his lottery ticket in.
Justin Tucker found the right time to start getting hot again. He just hit 3. Baltimore down by 8 right now with 9 left in the third quarter. Go ahead. Salute to our brother Top Beach. You want to read this one real quick, Wesley?
Yes. Although many in Raider Nation think getting BJ is a sure thing, I'm holding Top Beach's release.
That's what she said.
I don't think it is yet. And listen, I've been there before. I think it's possible that BJ doesn't come. And we end up with
another one.
Another one. Bang. Zoom to the Zoom. Top Beach is just, the double and triple entendres are going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Wait, I think it's possible BJ doesn't come and we end up with Pete Carroll or some other coach It's not a done deal. And I think Top Beats, like that is 100% where we are too. There's nothing a sure thing. Listen, man, the only thing that's for sure, like the great Sting said, is nothing's for sure.
There you go. In fact, until he signs that deal, and mind you, we have gotten ahead of ourselves because we're excited about the idea, the concept of him being here to help change this thing and turn this thing around. But I mean, once again, until he signed on the dotted line, I don't think we can all really truly get super over the top because there are several other options out there. And the Chicago Bears, the Jacksonville Jaguars, there may be a surprise team. Who's to say? I was kind of worried that if Philadelphia lost today, they fired their head coach, and maybe he looks at all that talent and says, "I'll go to Philly."
They would not fire Nick Sirianni, bro. That would be asinine.
I'm just saying, you never know. Salute to Deuce 4, man. What the F is going on in here with
what the F is going on here with these usernames?
Y'all should be
ashamed of yourself.
The ghost
in this game. Sorry.
Yo, salute to 2-4, man, my dog. As always, brother. You know what, 2-4? You know what's crazy? I bet you didn't know something, though. I bet you the live stream is powered by BetUS. And also, if you go to BetUS, you can get 150% bonus on your first deposit.
Or you can get 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits.
And you can get 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits.
Oh, that too. I think I just said that. Right? Did I say that? Or did I miss it? Oh, okay. But guess what? Up to $2,000. That is a very key point of this.
Yes.
Up to $2,000, you get 150 or 125% bonus on your deposits.
Let's
do this again. Hold on. This stream
is powered by BetUS.
Yes, sir.
Go over there and get 150% bonus.
On your first deposit.
125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code U2150.
That's right, up to $2,000.
Fastest payouts in the industry. Salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. If you're better, nobody does it better than BetUS. Head over there, tell them that Graphic Raider and Wasted Talent sent you. That was disgusting work.
Bro, I'm a little confused right now. I don't know if we get 150% or 125%, whether it's $2,000. I don't know what's going on. But that was nasty work. I'm sorry.
150% on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code U2150. The fastest payouts in the industry, up to $2,000. There you go. Salute to our proud sponsor. Salute to 10 Commandments. The Eagles took an OT from the Jets, Becton, and made him into a dominant guard. Do you see a free agent tackle that can make a guard? Yeah, Becton.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Graf. It's funny. Were we not calling for the Raiders to bring Mekhi Becton in?
Yes.
I mean,
I know the injury bug.
Damn GMs, bro.
I know the injury bug killed him up there with the Jets, but I mean, look, that's the Jets. Like, come on,
bro. Listen, man. That whole situation was a sick situation. That guy didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that guy was too talented. He was looked at to be a generational guy coming out.
Yeah.
So when you take a guy that is a generational talent at tackle and put him the guard, what you have is a Pro Bowl guard. That's what normally happens, bro. If you guys remember with the Raiders, right? What did they do to Robert Gallery when he left the Raiders?
Yep.
Robert Gallery became a damn good guard.
Yep.
Because his arms are too short. You know, Connor Williams, guys like that. So look, man, we got to see who are going to be free agents because franchise tag, stuff like that. So I don't like pontificating on players until after the season is completely over and we see who's kept and who isn't.
But Becton is definitely a guy. And don't get it confused, Take Commandments. That great O-line, probably the best O-line or second best O-line in the league, definitely helped his cause. But he has looked great at guard. But I wouldn't be shocked, to be real, if another team took a flyer on him and put him back at tackle. I wouldn't be shocked by that.
He's a young player, man. I mean, listen, he can resurrect his earning potential at tackle because it behooves him to be tackled.
Yep. Yeah. Salute the Filipino Raider. Salute Graf and Wasted. Do y'all think Detroit losing this early affects? No, because this is the time. You strike now while the iron is hot. I'm telling you now, man, there's no way in hell that Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn don't move on right now. They have to. You have to strike while the iron is hot. Early on, I thought, man, maybe, just maybe, the Detroit Lions are one of those scary teams that can, potentially talk them into going back. but I don't see it, man. And I think that there was a report that came out where he said that he went to Detroit and told them his time as a Detroit Lion.
Yeah, that came out last night, bro.
Yeah,
Guys, look, Ben Johnson in his infinite wisdom,
salute the Filipino,
the Super Bowl being the head coach, not the assistant coach.
Yeah,
let's just be for real. I think it's time. He ran it back. It didn't work this year. It's time to go on.
Yeah, facts. Salute to Steve Ray, and you're not overthinking it, brother, at all. You're definitely not. Salute to he said, grab. He says, hug, you stupid. He said, grab and wasted. Do not read the chat. We wildin'.
We're not.
Steve Ray, man. Shador and Ben Johnson, our division is not playing with us. And Adam Schefter talks bad about us trying to get Ben. Thing is, man, all these former or current Denver guys like Schefter or like a Ben Albright, these guys are all the only guys stating, I'm not sold on this being no. They're Bronco guys. They're showing their allegiance towards.
Bro, Al Davis called him out in 2006.
And it was hilarious.
You've never been fair with us. You know, I know you got to take your Bronco hat off.
Yeah.
You know, Al Davis had a black suit at the Hall of Fame and shit. I loved it. Al Davis called him out a long time ago on that. So get the F up out of here with your crap.
Yo, stepdaddy, it's not every 5 sentences, brother. It's every about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Calm down, grasshopper. Salute to Steve Ray on the $10 donation. Salute to S. Dot. And we definitely getting cash money for sure. So salute to you. Jonathan Hanks and John Jenkins. 40s are faster than Scatterbo. Here we go with the S. Dot. Hate. I wouldn't pay him to be our water boy for TV timeouts. Worst running back draft pick ever. Harvey or 4-3 and faster. God damn.
I think there's a little gray area that you just skipped completely over, right? You know, look, and I know, look, the thing with S. Dot is an Al Davis Raider fan to his heart.
I love it.
He likes big, strong, fast guys. He's the Vince McMahon of scouting.
Yeah.
Big, sweaty guys.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Listen, I'm sorry, man.
Whoa. Whoa!
Hey. You gotta chill, S. Dot.
Hey, you sweaty guys. We over here exchanging.
You gotta chill with that, S. Dot. That
Cider Wasted has motivated me to read a thesaurus.
Listen, reading is fundamental, man, and that's what I tried to do every day.
Salute the Raider Prophet. I don't know, man. He said he's still a Raider for most. What's next for? To be honest, look, man. I hope that he thrives as a human being. But honestly, if he's not a Raider anymore, I don't really care.
Yeah, I think they were saying that he has a job waiting for him at Jack in the Box, being a crew chief manager. Maybe a little Wallenberger or something like that. I don't know.
I'll say this: I think that he takes a season off, and maybe he ends up getting a job with the Giants at some point, you know, his former team. I could see it, but look, right now, man, AP is probably sitting somewhere and pissed off, and rightfully so. You know, he's just sitting there like, fuck, like I just got fired. I mean, probably gonna take some time off this offseason and try and figure out what his next move is. But I don't know realistically. Not going to go back to the collegiate level because of all the sanctions. And if he does go to a team, I believe the team that does hire him has to deal with a bunch of shit in order to even bring him back.
Yeah, no, they can't.
It's just difficult right now to even gauge where AP will be moving forward, man. Salute to Raider Prophet. 24 says, why use BetUS when I'm gambling when I'm in this chat? Yo, y'all must be in here tweaking today, bro. Graf, do me a favor and tell these fools Gruden has been kicked out of the nation. Chief hat wearing Mahomer. So for those who don't know, he was on Barstool yesterday wearing a Chiefs hat. They were watching, I think we were doing a watch party or something like that. He is an Andy Reid guy.
That's his friend, man.
Yeah, so it's like one of his really, really close friends, so it doesn't shock me. But I think you do have to kind of remove that Raider. Look, bro, you can't do that.
Bro, look, my thing is this fucking guy beat us in the Super Bowl with his playbook. He essentially, like, bro, that's why the people glazing Gruden used to piss me the F off. F him. F him.
Damage it. Not getting Ben would crush this fan base, especially if he goes elsewhere. Most fans have already got him signed and sealed. Temper your expectations right now, Raider Nation. Salute the damage. And let me say this. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, but if you're not, the banter between Raider fans and Chicago Bears fans it's absolutely hilarious right now. Everybody is, I'm sure this is going to happen. Oh, no.
Hey, man, can I come on over here, man, and just explain myself, nation? Hey, man, that was your coach, man. I mean, look at all the things I did.
I traded Khalil Mack. I resurrected that eyeliner wearing fraud Derek Carr. Traded Amari Cooper. And then I got all racist and called somebody rubber lips. I'll tell you something. I did a whole lot as a Raider, man. I don't know why you guys wouldn't want me back, man. But then just for all the good things I've done for the Raiders, man, having you guys in the basement, Mark Davis fires me, man. So you want me to wear a Raider hat, man? You're crazy, man. I'll tell you something, man. I'm confused. I don't know whether I want to coach football or baseball, man. I had a goddamn Cub shirt on with a Chiefs hat, man. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, man. I don't know whether I'm on Barstool, man, or whether I'm out there peddling suntan lotion. I don't know what the F I'm I'll tell you one thing, Graphic Raider, man. If you guys don't think I'm a Raider, man, you guys can kiss my patootie, man. I don't give a shit what you guys think. You guys better knock on wood, man. You guys, listen, man, I'll tell you something, man. I went and got Antonio Brown for you guys. How'd you guys like the way that worked out?
Oh, we loved it.
I got you Cleveland Farrell.
We loved it.
Damon Arnett, man.
We even love that even better.
I'm trying to tell you something, man. You guys want to talk about gun control, man? You need to go talk about Damon Arnett, man. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome, man. You kick me out of Raider Nation, man. Because sometimes I like red a little bit. I mean, hey, listen, let me tell you something, Hug D, man. Next time you try to throw me out of Raider Nation, I might stick my Spider Y2 banana right up your anus. Get the F up out of here.
Yo, salute to Chief Grew. Chief Grew showed.
Chief Grew is back, man.
Oh, my goodness. Salute to CGR. Thanks for that content, my dudes. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to Marco. My dream scenario. Coach Ben Johnson, trade for McCarthy or Hooker. Draft Gene T, get a playmaking wide receiver, guard, corner, linebacker, and DT. Thoughts? I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, but definitely Coach Ben Johnson. McCarthy's not going anywhere. That's the guy of the future for the Minnesota Vikings. They're not moving on from him at all. I think that the Sam Darnold experience didn't turn out how they wanted it to do. You know what I mean? But no, they're not going to move on from him. Hooker, though, you can definitely at least gauge interest in what Detroit would want for him. But once again, to see him as the emergency third quarterback yesterday, it's kind of like what's going on out there in Detroit in terms of Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, because you would think him being in that system the last few years that he'd be the guy for as opposed to you going out. Now look, I can understand the ideology behind, Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah,
because he's been a starter in his league for over 10 years. He came out with Derek Carr.
Yeah,
right. So he's a guy who's been a perennial starter, made playoffs with the Vikings. So I get it. I totally get it. Right,
the second round guy that you used early draft capital on to be relegated to the third guy, it's kind of fuzzy to me. Maybe they didn't trust him enough to run that Ben Johnson system if Goff went down. But I agree with you. We definitely need a playmaking wide receiver. We need that number one X guy on the outside, whether that's like a Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, which I like a lot. That's one of my favorite guys. Golden, the kid out of Texas, he's starting to rise up a lot of draft boards. That's another name to keep an eye on. Yeah. And then we talked about the guards and corners and linebackers. There's a lot of guys in this draft that we like. But I agree. We definitely need to fill a lot of those voids in free agency and in the draft, Marco. But, we got a ton of money. In a perfect world, though, you go get that guard. You go get Trey from the Chiefs, man. You pay him over $20 million. I don't even care. Pay him the money.
That would be a Rodney Hudson level move.
Yes, Trey Smith, Pro Bowl guy. Go get him. Go get him in free agency. That's my number one guy to pick up. Derrick Henry is running crazy right now, and they're about to score right now. We got us a game right here. Salute to Marco. Salute to John. Ben Johnson must know now that he is not going to get a chip with Goff. He's packing his bags now.
That doesn't mean anything, bro. Come on, man. I'm not gonna get a chip with Goff. Come on, bro. Like, come on, dog. It's you got to strike when the iron. It's only 32 jobs, man.
Yeah,
you got to take one of them.
Yeah. Salute to Noah, the two best content creators out there. Appreciate you, Noah. That means a lot to us, brother. Let's get the rest of these supers in, y'all. We still almost got 2,000 people in the building. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. And boom, Baltimore just scored. Do you think it's better to trade up for Sanders, stay at pick 6 and draft McMillan or Will Johnson and draft a quarterback in the late rounds, or trade back? Let me say this. I would rather not trade up. If Shador is there at 6, and it can happen, you guys, it really can. If he's there, take him. But if not, take the best player available there at 6.
Yeah.
I have no problem if it's McMillan out of Arizona. I don't have a problem. I wouldn't want to go get a corner coming off of, dealing with some turf toe. I believe it was turf toe out there in Michigan this year. Missed a ton of games.
Yeah.
I like Will Johnson, though. He could be one of those guys at the next level. But, hey, man, whatever these guys see fit. But I would rather remain at 6 and not move up. Because you're giving up a lot to move up to get a quarterback because they know where you're going with it, right? Wasted. Like they know if the Raiders call you at 3, 2, 3, wherever you are, they're like, oh, they're going to get Shador. And they're going to ask for
they're going to put that quarterback tax on you. That's a real thing, right?
That's a real thing.
If you go up to get a corner, they don't hit you the way they do when they know you're trying to get your guy. Because this is the thing, right? All these organizations worry about the aftermath of you moving up to get said quarterback, right? So if you go get a guy who's a perennial Pro Bowler and you pass on it, that's the kind of stuff that can haunt you. The Buffalo Bills are very, very fortunate that them swapping and allowing the Chiefs to draft Patrick Mahomes didn't haunt them because they went a year or two after and they got Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. So they got their guy. He's competing with Mahomes. He hasn't won yet, but it's not like the Buffalo Bills fans are crying, right? Mm-hmm. But that would have haunted them. They were the ones who allowed the Chiefs to get this guy.
But you know what, Shane? And Wasted may not agree with me because he's not you are a fan. You're just not a majorly over-the-top sold because of the Duke game. I can see Jackson Dart working in the Ben Johnson system. I can see that.
Yeah, well, I can see any quarterback working with a guy who is a developer of talent. Jackson Dart, the one thing he has is talent, but it's raw, and you have to refine him. Now, the thing with Jackson Dart is, to me, he doesn't see the field that great. But can Ben Johnson open his mind's eye up to make him see the field better?
Yo, this fucking chat is just disgusting.
Yeah, you guys are disgusting. Listen, you guys are going to go the way of Gruden. What the F is going on with you guys?
And what does Hug say? And what does Hug say? This has been my favorite live all year. Salute to CGR again, man. Gifted 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. I don't know what the hell happened on your end today, Way. So we got to fix that, bro. Because there's a few people that said they couldn't gift.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it is a YouTube bias against my channel, but it is what it is, man. We are rocking and roll. We are cooking over here, man.
DPH, we've talked about Curtis Work out of Indiana a lot, but I just feel like he would like a guy like Jackson Dart and he could develop him. They probably have to take him there in the second round, or he may even rise up some boards and be gone in the latter part of the first round. But yeah, even Hug said he can't gift on your side. So I don't know what's going on. But Curtis Work's another name to keep an eye on, definitely, man. Salute once again to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate every single one of you guys. So much to talk about. I think we kind of already talked about everything. We talked about, the Lions. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about yet? And CGR says, I can't gift on Wasted Side either. And Grandmaster says, YouTube has been acting up. That I noticed on a couple channels regarding gifting memberships. So, yeah, real quick, man. Then you got to go get in the shower for real.
Wait, what the F are you talking about, right?
I'm talking to my son, man. He said he wants to.
I was about to say, man, what the block you? What the F are you talking about?
Go get in the shower. Salute to my little man. Salute to, let me see, Mikey's in the building. What do you think of this? Trade Max for the first overall pick. You're not. It's not going to happen, Mike.
No.
Not going to happen, brother. Not going to happen at all. Look, man, Tom and company, that they're not going to move on from their best player on their
that's the kind of stuff that stupid people like Gruden do.
Yeah, year one, getting rid of Khalil Mack. You want to lose the fan base in year one? Trade Max Crosby. Be nasty work. I want to talk about this real quick before we get out of here, y'all. That Kansas City game yesterday, man. We didn't even talk about this shit. Bruh, I don't understand. First of all, let me start giving them their flowers real quick. I'm gonna start because people are gonna say, "Oh, you're hating on the Chiefs because they're the Chiefs." Well, fuck the Chiefs. But I have to say this: they're the best situational football team that I think I've ever seen in my life. They have an answer for every situation that you see in a football game. Coaching staff is phenomenal. From the defensive coordinator to Andy Reid and company. These guys have a phenomenal coaching staff. Now that I got that out of the way, this referee shit is nasty, nasty work wasted. Like at some point, first and foremost, a 15-yard penalty from helmet to helmet on Patrick Mahomes, one of the worst calls I've ever seen in playoff football. And that set the Texans back. And the thing that people don't realize with this kind of game is it gets into the opposing team's heads. The Texans are feeling like, wow, now we're playing against the refs and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that psychologically is very, very difficult to overcome. That was a disgusting penalty. Mahomes jumping out of bounds and trying to pull the old Vladi flop move. I think that they need to be penalized for that moving forward, bro. That kind of shit, you need to get a 15-yard penalty on Patrick Mahomes for that goofy shit.
Bro, first and foremost, I blame the NFL, right? And the reason why I blame them is because, yo, man, why are you as a league the most popular league in this nation? You mean to tell me you can't have full-time referees?
Dog.
Full-time, bro, that's a piece of it. These guys are part-timers, man.
Yeah.
They should have full-time referees, man. That's point blank, period.
I remember at one point in the game, I think it was late in the third. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but Texans had 6 penalties for over 50 yards, 60 yards. And the Chiefs had 1 for 5. And once again, the right tackle jumping every fucking play.
Juwan Taylor or whatever.
Yes, Juwan Taylor. They called him once. They called 1 on him. But it's just disgusting, the shit that they allow these guys to get away with, bro. It's really,
bro.
Will Anderson 15-yard penalty,
bro. And it's the problem, bro. It's bad enough that they have, done a situation where their biggest partner besides the networks are FanDuel, DraftKings, BetUS.
Yeah.
They've added organized betting into the fold, right?
Oh, so that's clear by that 2 points at the end of the game. That's clear.
So they've done that, right? And us as fans, we look at it with a John Decide. We're like, well, man, that doesn't look right all the time. I mean, maybe is there a little issue here with the gambling? So there's a credibility issue in the National Football League, right? And I have no problem because gambling is going to happen. Period. Yeah. It is what it is, man. Gambling is going to happen, man. But the thing is, whether they allow it or whether they don't. But the problem is, don't make it to where you start having the fans question the legitimacy of the damn sport, man.
Yeah, it's just nasty work, and I agree with you. Where did it go right here? Salute to Sean. Yeah, the end of the game, that safety was to cover the bet line. So I don't know if you've seen that. The Chiefs ran into the back of the end zone, killed the clock a little bit, took the 2-point, the safety, and boom. Next thing you know.
Hey, everybody covers, right?
Look at this, Chris. The line was KC -9. They won by 9. Insanity. And I don't even know if you heard the announcer say, the world is keeping an eye on those 2 points right there. Like they actually talked about it, and it was like that was very, very that.
Yeah,
they even talked about it. It's like, damn, bro. When the fuck, come on, man. This
bro, it what it does is it messes with the way you view the sport. Like, do you find this legitimate or not?
Yeah, I don't.
It's sad, man, and I don't want to look at something that I love, from this skeptical kind of cynical way, man. Like, sports is one of the last things that to me was real. Yeah, it was one of the last things that were real. We always talk about sometimes there are things that just don't feel real.
Yeah,
bro, I would hate for the National Football League to become a place where I need to be cynical, because I'm cynical about pretty much everything.
This is our escape. This is something that's one of the last things that feel real. It's like our love for the game, real.
Yeah, man, this is bullshit. And it's like, yo, even with the TikTok ban, right? My kids were freaking out about it. My wife's freaking out about it.
Best promotion in the world for TikTok ever.
And I was like, oh, this is all bullshit. I said, it'll be over within a day or two, right? And lo and behold, wasted been told you, right? And it's like, I hate that everything from politics to just everything in life just don't seem real. And it's like NFL, listen, it's time for you guys to let the players decide what happens on that field and not try to feed your supposed pockets, because they say that parity is good for professional leagues, but it really isn't. Yeah. Leagues make the most money when there's an incumbent dynasty, because you have, 50% of the people that support that dynasty and the other 50% of the people want to see that dynasty lose. So parity is not always a good thing. Yeah. You see that in the NBA now. There's not a dynasty in the NBA now, and the NBA is down, and it's because there's no dynasty.
Let me say this, though, as well. The O-line failed C.J. Stroud, and their special teams failed the Houston Texans as well, giving up a ton of yardage in kickoff returns and the missed points, missed kicks, I think he missed. Didn't he miss an extra point? Then he missed. They failed them regardless. So I'm not here to state that the Texans would have won this game anyways by any means, you guys. I'm just stating the obvious here. There was clearly something there with these refs. It's nasty, nasty work. Disgusting, bro. Like, salute to Rudy, though, man. Gambling was better when the Mafia controlled it.
Yeah, man. That's right, man. Listen, man. Look, man. Let's let Tony control it again, man.
Hey, man. Facts. Salute to Cider, man. Mahomo, TD, more in one season that's been revered ever. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. That's terrible.
Turn the ball over more in one season that's been revered. I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know. But bro, look.
You got me to say some wild shit.
Yeah. Once again, right? Once again, you like the way I just kind of Deion Sanders through the wild shit. Just, bro. Once again, bro, I will say this. Look, man, we sit up here and we want something real. We want something that we can hold on to, right? Look, NFL, just make sure that you guys understand what you're doing, man, because when people lose faith in the product, man, you guys lose money.
Yeah.
And it's time, nobody wants to see people win games and be in places and spaces that they shouldn't be. Yeah. Competition is key, and you don't want to feel like, it's you and the 53 guys on your team versus 54 or 60, all of the refs over there. And then in national football, it's just bull crap.
And I love what some of those players said, and the head coach, D'Amico Ryans, they kind of spoke about, they knew what they were going into. And it just sucks to know that these guys pretty much are prepared for the worst in terms of the refs and how they're going to call a game. It's nasty, nasty work.
It's crazy. And you know what's crazy about that too, man? I bet you didn't know that this stream is powered by BetUS, man. Shout out to BetUS after we just got on the soapbox about that. So shout out to them.
Damn. Yeah. Salute to them, man. Facts. You know what I mean? Salute to 24. Social media sucks. I'll tell you right now, man. If we didn't do podcasts, we wouldn't even be on social media.
Yeah, I wasn't on social media before.
Yeah. Facts.
And if you guys didn't notice, right? I don't really. It's like I do social media in waves. Like I'll tweet a whole bunch, and then because I'm watching the game, and then I won't tweet for 2 weeks.
That shit was so. Yeah, man, all that crazy shit, man, with the betting. But I bet you didn't know this. Yo. Oh, I gotta quit.
And listen, and the walking conundrum is here.
Hey, wait, I gotta quit smoking this shit right here. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate you guys. 2,000 people still in the building, whether you're on Twitter or either one of our channels. You guys, wipe them feet, man. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. Once again, we will be here every single step of the way covering this head coaching vacancy, the general manager vacancy. And I have a feeling tomorrow some dominoes are going to start falling here in terms of, the head coach. And I seen Vinny B put it out too. Somebody asked him when he thought that everything should be signed, sealed, and delivered for general manager and head coach. He says sometime probably in the middle of the week to the end of the week. I agree. I think this coming week, everything will be set in stone. Everything will be done. I wouldn't be shocked if it was early, though, like early this week. I don't think Tom Brady wants to play. So let's get this shit done. And let me go fly back to Florida and go kick it and do what the fuck I was doing previously.
Right, man.
You know what I mean? So and I just unsubscribed away. The hatred for wasted ant is phenomenal.
Yo, listen, man. I'm telling you, Anthony, bro, I can't wait to the next solo show I have because your ass will definitely you're getting blocked. The first thing I'm going to do is block your ass. That's the first thing. The first thing. Listen, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Listen, let me tell you something. Everybody was a mod in my chat that next time Anthony peeks his filthy self in my chat, unceremoniously block him. I'm kidding around. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, salute to our guy. And as always, y'all, salute to you guys for pulling up on us 2 hours. We'll get the hell out of here. We're not going to stick around for forever. But once again, you guys, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. This live stream was powered by BetUS. Head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code U2150, the fastest payouts in the industry. Make sure you go over there, man. Tell them Graphic, tell them Wasted sent you. If you're better, nobody does it better than BetUS. You want to add to that?
Yes, I do. The 150% bonus and 125% bonus on the next 2 deposits is the best thing going in the
Yeah. Yo, salute to Mark, man. Laugh out loud. Best show on YouTube. We appreciate you, Mark. Jose, I got you on Coffee and Combo, brother. I promise you. Send me that list over to my DM one more time, and we'll definitely run over that. Salute to Chris. Notre Dame, baby. We are both Notre Dame Fighting Irish guys. Yeah. We are going for our squad tomorrow. We got to get Ohio State the hell out of here, man. So, you know what? Hopefully something happens early so we can do our shows early in the game. And we can watch the national championship. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But other than that, man, love, appreciate every single one of you guys. Salute to all the Mod Fathers in the building holding down the chat. Salute to all the Green Dot Gang, Get Off My Lawn gang in the building. Salute to all the commenters, all the non-commenters. We just appreciate every single one of you guys. Wipe them feet on the way out. Pay your bar tabs on the way out. And also hit that subscribe button. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We are outro 1.